All right, everyone, welcome back to Mac Street Garage. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's right about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Finally warm enough for me to come outside. It was warmer earlier, but I'm cleaning up the back room, getting all of the parts out of my house so I can get them installed on my 1962 Mercury Comet S22. Now, the original seats were buckets in the front and a bench in the back, but all three of those were trashed, so I had to go to another venue or another. Well, I just had to do something a little different. I did find some 1962 Thunderbird seats, which I am going to install because I've recovered them. But for the time being, I have these maybe seats installed in the vehicle just to see how it's all going to work. So let's get a little closer look to see so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, I've opened up the passenger side door just so I can show you some of the backyard engineering that I've taken on. You see I put a 4x4 under the back seat. I think I'm going to leave that 4x4 there and just put a long screw down through and bolt it to the floor. No, not really. It needs to go down. That's just the only piece of wood I had to support the back of the seat. Because it sat back too low and it kept falling backwards into these seats. So it will go down about 3 inches. There's a mount that's there. It'll mount down the way it's supposed to be and everything will be hunky-dory and fine. All right? But what I want to talk about are these seats. These are out of a Fox body Mustang. You can tell by the lever in the front, or later model Mustang. I was going to put these in the front and these in the back, but the sides on these seats made them raise too high, and there was only about a 1/2 inch clearance between your head and the roof of the car. And with the headliner put in, you'd have to hump over. So I'm going to switch this around just a little bit. Probably even change. Don't go with the bow type style headliner. I'll probably go with something more modern, something with a little insulation, because in Florida it gets really, really hot. But anyway. So I think this is the way I'm going to have these seats. I'll put these Fox body bucket seats in the back. The 62 Thunderbird seats that I've reupholstered in the front because they have a high back. I want a higher back in the front seats just to help protect my neck in case somebody doesn't pay attention and hit me from behind. So normally you would have bucket seats in the front, a bench seat in the back, but as you can see, I'm going to do this just a little bit differently, and in just a moment, I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do differently. Stand by. Okay, I've added the other things so you can get a better view on what it is I'm working on. You can see the steering wheel for the Comet. That's a big old steering wheel, but that's the way they were then. This vehicle does not have power steering. So they put bigger steering wheels in them, so you'd have to turn it less to move the front wheels more. Now, the S22s were also bucket seats in the front, which meant they had a center console. You can see the center console is there and it's open. That's the way it would be. But here's the kicker that I'm going to do, is that in the back with the 2 bucket seats, I actually have another center console that I got from a scrap 62 Comet, and it's going to be in the back for passengers. So I'm going to put a little insulated container in there so you can put cold drinks or sandwiches or whatever that you want to have in the back, just for convenience. But you can see how cool that's going to be. There's not another S22 or another Mercury Comet of any year that has bucket seats in the back. I think this is going to be perfect. Once I get the barrier in the back behind the seats, I'll be able to move them back some, and there'll be plenty of room, because right now there's not a lot of leg room, but there's enough for this year of car. So that's where I'm at so far. To my friend up in Nova Scotia, if you want the headliner, drop me a line, let me know. I'm going to go with a different type of headliner because I want just a little bit more headroom in my Comet. Okay? So with that being said, be good to yourselves, be nice to each other, and if the women don't find you handsome, may they at least find you handy. Take care. Bye.